We're meeting Indiana's Teacher of the Year tonight. We're also one step closer to having a COVID vaccine for kids 5 to 11. And how cold does it have to get to be in your house before you finally turn on the furnace? Yep, we're getting into that discussion tonight here inside the warm, comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios. Great to be with you here on Tuesday? Tuesday. Good to be with you here at 10 o'clock. We're going to be talking with a friend of the show, Logan Gay, coming up in a moment. She'll give us a preview of her big story coverage. We want to hear about your favorite Indiana teacher. Before we get to the story from Dustin Grove, let us know the name of your favorite teacher that you ever had, and we'll go ahead and put that in the comment section. And let us know where you're watching Facebook Live tonight as we kick things off on a Tuesday. All right, my friend, good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Nice sunny day.
It was a nice sunny day, which was
crisp.
nice because it's been a few days since we've seen the sun.
Yes, we were talking about this last night. 6th wettest October on record, and
Yeah.
we have some additional rain coming at the end of the week that will easily put us in the top 5.
Right.
So it was nice to have some sunshine, but it's chilly out there.
It is chilly, and it's going to get even colder overnight, right?
Yes, 30s. For most of us, this is the first time we're going to be in the middle and upper 30s, so National Weather Service has put the area under a frost advisory, even though we're technically after the average date of our first frost, which is typically the middle part of October for the central part of the state. But we haven't had one, so at least widespread frost. So National Weather Service has the area under a frost advisory for early tomorrow morning. Temperatures early morning, mid-30s, middle and upper 30s. Definitely a chilly start. And we're going to be a little concerned, too, with some fog. The skies are clear. The winds are light. As we cool, all of that moisture left over from a couple of days of heavy rain can condense and form low clouds and fog. So we will include that in the forecast early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, we're back into some sunshine tomorrow afternoon. And like today, temperatures are going to be a little on the crisp side. We'll be close to 50 midday, and then eventual highs 55 to 60. So not bad. And you'll want to take advantage of the dry time, because once we hit midday Thursday through Friday night at least, it's going to be soggy. Okay, good to know. We've got Matt in tonight. Jeannie is with us saying, oh no, my plants. Oh, but the growing season is almost over. I know I suppose if there's something that you really, really want to save, cover it up or bring it inside. But I'll tell you, middle to end of next week, looking longer range, we could have our first freeze too. And then at that point, it's over. It's over. Okay. Tanya is with us tonight from Frankfurt. We've got Chloe in tonight. Tommy saying, hi, Angela, how much rain? Looks to be a ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch, so it doesn't look as heavy. Right. But I think we only need like a 1/4 of an inch or less to be in the top 5 of wettest October. So looks like we'll easily get there. All right, Sherry is with us tonight. I mentioned Tammy is with us. Janice saying good to have you back on Facebook. Yes. We've got John in from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Nice. Tonight. It's good to have you with us, John, tonight. Miranda is with us, Tammy. So we've got a lot of our Facebook friends, and we'll get back with Angela, and we're going to talk about what temperature does it have to be in your house before you finally turn on the furnace, because this has been a discussion point in our, well, tell me what temperature does it have to be in your house? Okay, so our house is city. I did turn it on briefly Saturday, just because Saturday was kind of cool and damp, and just to take the chill out. Yeah. And we had a guest, one of Mark's friends from Cleveland, so I thought, I can't really have it that cold. So I took the chill out and then turned it off. Yeah. The house was at 65 this morning, and Mark comes down in shorts and short sleeves and said, can we turn the heat on? I said, no. No. Get some pants on. You put pants and a sweatshirt on. And then if we're cold with pants and a sweatshirt on, then we'll turn the heat on. You know, it's funny because Sean Ash sort of leads this whole conversation around the newsroom, because Sean is of the belief that it's got to be snowing in his house before he finally turns on the furnace. He's hardcore. And so I texted him this afternoon. Let's see here. What did he say? He said it has to be back-to-back days in the 50s, right? So, yes, he said, what did I say? Oh, house has to be in 50s more than one night. So we're not talking about outdoor temperatures. We're talking about the house itself has to be in the 50s for more than one night. And he did say the room got close to 60, and his sweet wife wanted to turn the heat on. Well, in this, I think Sean, also during the summer months, Oh, I think it's 80 in his house.
Yeah, it is definitely
Too hot.
80 in his house. So let us know, what temperature does it have to be in your house during the fall or winter before you finally turn on the furnace? And I think some of us are seeing these natural gas bills.
Oh my
and
gosh.
that's the reason we're sort of pausing putting on the furnace, right?
I got my first one, and it's going to be a rough winter for people,
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
And I'm going to be curious to see if folks look for alternative ways, whether
Right.
it's an electric space heater or other ways to keep the furnace down, you know, the overall house heat.
Right.
And then you just, you know, carry along this heater wherever you're spending time, whether it be in the kitchen or, you know, in the family room or by the
Yep.
TV, and you just heat that one area and keep the rest of the home a little colder than you typically would, because we've been warned by natural gas companies that the price hike is coming.
Right. Let's see. Tommy says he turns on the furnace when it's 65 in his house. Tracy says, I haven't turned mine on yet. Let's see. Tanya says, when I wake up from being cold, I turn on the furnace.
There you go.
Jesse says it's got to be 67 in
Okay.
Jesse's house when she turns it on. And Jeannie says, oh, mine is on.
Okay.
So,
Well, Sean is training his kids, he says, to wear socks and layers to bed.
that's right. That's right. And when those, you know, look.
They're not paying for the heat. He
Right.
is.
But those kids are going to grow up wanting to be vacationing in warm weather climates. So
Right.
Sean's going to end up having to pay the piper at some point, right? Okay. All right, we'll get back with Angela coming up. Let us know. Give us your comments in the comment section. When do you finally turn on the furnace? What temperature? All right, let's go ahead and turn our attention to the big story. The United States now one step closer to having the COVID vaccine kid sizes for kids between the age of 5 and 11. So let's bring in friend of the show, Logan Gay, talking about this issue tonight. Logan's been out and about talking with doctors and parents. So give us a little bit of a preview, a little bit of a feel of your story tonight, Logan.
Yes, that's right. I talked with doctors and parents. I talked with a doctor from Riley and a parent with a student at IPS. And they both say that they are excited and ready for this vaccine to be available to kids from ages 5 to 11 years old. Now, the parent I talked with, she says that they have been playing it pretty cautious in their home since the start of the pandemic. Her son is 9 years old, and she says they're ready to kind of take a breath a little bit. So she's hoping that by getting him the vaccine, he'll be able to have a little bit more freedom and not be as worried when he's hanging around his peers. So she's excited. She hopes it goes through. And she says one interesting thing she said that I would like to know is that he's had other vaccines. So why not this one? And I thought that was very interesting, and it made me think a little bit. So, and the doctor said that, you know, they're ready. All they're waiting is, you know, just to see where this is going. So they're prepared, they're ready, and they're suggesting parents do their research and get the vaccine.
Yeah, we're getting lots of comments tonight about this particular topic, and it's no surprise that this is a controversial topic for many parents. Some parents who are posting just have no interest in providing the vaccine for their child. We'll let those comments continue to come in on our Facebook page. I do want to turn the page, though, Logan, because this other story that we're going to be talking about the Indiana Teacher of the Year, has got us asking ourselves, who was our favorite teacher that we ever had? I thought it would be kind of a fun way to honor the teachers in our lives. And Logan, I know you went to Heritage Christian School. Tell us a little bit about your favorite teacher.
Yes, well, my favorite teacher, his name is Mr. Straub. He has set the bar very high. He was my Bible teacher, and every year for all of his students' birthdays, he sends out personal birthday letters. I'm talking like handwritten birthday letters. He keeps up with everything that's going on in our lives. They're very personal, and they have a Bible verse, and I hang them up on my refrigerator every year. I look forward to them, and I save them. I have them all saved. So
that's a wonderful tradition. I did a story about Dan Strupp about 15 years ago. I want to post that on Facebook tonight because, like Logan and my 3 kids that all went to Heritage, they love the tradition of getting those handwritten birthday letters every year. He's got thousands of kids that he writes letters to. So, Logan, great job tonight. We'll look forward to your big story coming up tonight on 13 News at 11.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, there's Logan Gay, should be part of our big story as we take a look ahead to the next step of getting these kid-size vaccines from Pfizer available for parents who do want to go ahead and give those to their children between the age of 5 and 11. That'll be part of our big story tonight at 11. All right, let's turn back to Angela. Before we roll Dustin's story on the Indiana Teacher of the Year, which is a great story, do you have a favorite teacher?
I have several. Ms. Zeranek, she taught chemistry at high school. I think really kind of inspired me, and I didn't know it at the time, to come down the science path. Mr. Stinson taught algebra.
Really?
Ms. Chandler taught government. Fun fact, Grace Marie had Mr. Stinson and Ms. Chandler.
That is so neat that your daughter had the same teachers.
Isn't that awesome?
That is really neat.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
So, that's fun. And you know, our viewers commenting too, Ruth Graham from elementary school was Tanya's favorite. Gina is Glenn's favorite. Another Mr. Stroop is awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I had him as a teacher.
Yeah, Dan Stroup was.
Or Stroup, sorry.
Yeah. He's retired now from Heritage, but great teacher.
Teresa, my 5th grade teacher.
Yep.
Mr. Howell.
Nice.
From Kent Elementary in Columbus.
Right.
And then we had one other. Kim said her favorite teacher is her sister-in-law. And then she did have a handful of others that taught her.
I mean, look, we all have great teachers that we love and adore. Before, I'll go ahead and reveal a couple of my favorite teachers after you see this story about the 2021 Indiana Teacher of the Year. Here's Dustin Grove.
We're at East Tip Middle School, where Indiana's Education Secretary is about to honor Sharita Ware as the Teacher of the Year for 2022 for the entire state. And she has no idea. Inside the gym, students from other classrooms filed in, and as the clock ticked, patiently waited for the doors to open. And finally, came the big moment. The walk through a tunnel of cheers and smiles, and a hug and flowers from her family.
East Tip, this is a big deal. You are in the presence of a famous teacher. You need to get in line for selfies.
Those who know Mrs. Ware say there's no teacher more deserving. She traded in a career in engineering to teach it to 7th and 8th graders. And her coworkers and students say she makes the subjects come alive.
She's just been really inspirational.
I think she really cares about us, and she does really great projects.
Mrs. Ware, a decade of colleagues, families, and students will forever be thankful that you found your calling in teaching.
A calling she's grateful to have answered.
The purpose is bigger than you, and sometimes you have to sacrifice maybe sometimes money, sometimes time and effort and energy, because you know there is a calling that's bigger than you.
A humble servant whose school family and her own could not be more proud.
What an honor. Congratulations. And something the entire school was able to embrace and celebrate today, which was wonderful.
And she sounds like she is making a difference every minute of every day.
Yeah, let us know again your favorite teacher and why. I'd say a couple of my favorite teachers, well, my son-in-law, Nick Kaufman. He's a teacher, so I got to give Nick a lot of props. I would say going back to high school days, Fred Cutler, who was my first AV TV. So at the age of 15, got me interested in TV news. Sure. Don Shores, professor at Pepperdine, and also, let's see, Mrs. Von Kay as a 4th grade teacher, and my mom was a 3rd grade teacher. Aww. So yeah, teachers are important to all of us. Continue to let us know. And we're getting some funny answers on the what temperature does it have to be in your house before you finally crank on the furnace.
Yeah, who said, Glenn, was it our friend Glenn?
Glenn said it was 46. That's pretty cold, Glenn.
Well, because then you do have to balance, you know, your home.
Your pipes and everything?
Everything. So, you know, obviously we're going to be mindful about how much natural gas, if you run on natural gas that we use this year and spend just because it's so expensive. But yeah, you have to be mindful about the other parts of your home to make sure that you stay safe. And it bears repeating that alternative ways of heating your home, whether they be space heaters or whatever, have to be used very carefully. Right. Especially a space heater, not next to curtains or anything else that's flammable.
Good
needs
reminder.
to be kind of in an open space. And an oven is never, ever, ever a safe way to heat your home.
Yeah. So. Executive producer extraordinaire Jennifer Fike says it's got to be 60. Her fiance Derek says 50. They got to work that out before the wedding.
And they meet in the middle, Jen, at 55.
That's right. Sarah's says it's got to be 66, and some others. Tommy says 65. So, and if you go to Sean's house, look, bring a jacket because
your
you're
winter
going to
coat.
need it.
Probably a hat.
All right, Angela will give us the morning forecast tomorrow.
Definitely some frost and the chance for a little bit of fog. So we'll keep you updated on if we get any school delays or not. But so make sure you check in with sunrise. And then just chilly tomorrow afternoon, 55 to 60. But there's some sunshine.
Is there a frost advisory in the Sean Ash household tonight?
Probably a freeze warning in the Sean Ash household.
All right, good luck to Sean's kids and his wife. Thank you so much for joining us here on Facebook Live. We love being with you here at 10 o'clock every weeknight. Hope to see you tonight on 13 News over at 11. Good night.